Right, so from a scripting standpoint, I really don't want you to overthink this. When you're calling a new converted lead, this is someone that saw an advertisement. If they saw it on Facebook, they probably did not intend on having a conversation about this. If they call on or if they come on from Google, which is AdWords, they're searching a specific search phrase. And with that, there might be a little bit more intentionality. They might be kind of getting an idea of what they want, but they aren't ready quite yet to buy. And so with list number one, we normally like to start off list number 1 and 2, which is a new 10-day or less lead. We like to start off with a question that we know they can answer. And so we immediately start by identifying who we are and how we came in contact with them. So I would say, hey, this is Barry Jenkins, Better Homes and Gardens. I was attempting to reach John. Looks like a couple of homes caught his eye on Facebook or caught his eye on Google. And the reason why we don't reference our website is because they probably don't remember it. They remember being on Facebook or Google. They remember looking at homes, but let's just be honest, many people just aren't paying attention to that stuff. And so after we make that statement, we just ask, just wanted to know, out of what you're seeing that's available right now, did anything stand out to you? Good, bad, ugly? I just want them to talk to me. If they give me any kind of feedback at all, what they hate or what they love about what they're seeing, I'm going to relate to them. If they like big backyards, I'm going to talk about the reasons why I do. If they like open kitchens, I'm going to talk about why I love open kitchens on Thanksgiving Day and watching the Detroit Lions lose every year. It's fun. And so I'm relating to them. I'm suddenly becoming human. A question we'll use with a new prospect to keep the conversation going, or an old lead as well to keep the conversation going, is have you been looking long? Have you been looking long? If they say 6 months, 5 months, something's wrong. They don't need to be looking that long. So we might ask a follow-up question if they've been looking a long time. Oh my gosh, I'm sure you have a million agents emailing you properties. I'd hate to spam you. And then just be quiet. They'll tell you a lot. So that's with a new unconverted lead. If the lead is a little bit older, 10 days or more, which is not that old, but it could be a year, 2 years, or 3 weeks, we normally like to start off with a customer service vibe. Kind of like the power company, cable company. Just call and almost act like you don't care, but be nice and professional. So, and what I'm going to say is, I've been going through my files, wanted to know if you found a home. I'd like to update the notes. But I'm going to say it in 2 different ways to help you. The first way is the person that hasn't thought about how they sound. Hey, this is Barry Jenkins, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Just wanted to call and see if John's here. I'd like to update the notes in his file to see if he ever bought that home he's looking for. So that's the insensitive, not realizing how we sound. The second is more haphazard, lots of ums, lots of hesitations. Hey, this is Barry Jenkins over at Better Homes and Gardens. Listen, I was trying to reach John. I was going through my files and didn't see if he ever bought that home he's looking for. Is John available by chance? I'd just like to update the notes and close the file out. So just, and then if they haven't bought a home, then you can go into, have you been looking long? And then go into, so you get to the same place with both openings, whether it's brand new or a little bit older. It's just kind of a different perspective. Then some other questions. So I don't teach my agents to memorize a script. I teach them how to ask really good questions to facilitate conversation. Another question we love is, what are you hoping to change about where you live whenever you decide to move? I'm sure it's no time soon, but when you do, what do you want to change about where you live right now? Man, does that open up a bunch of information? Gets them really talking. People love to complain. And so they're probably going to complain about where they live. And you're going to get an idea of what's motivating them. And you can't motivate someone unless you know what's motivating them. And so these questions are designed to help you with that. Another good question with regards to what's motivating them would be, if I could fast forward in 12 months and you and I were talking 12 months from now, and we look back, what's the perfect scenario for you with regards to this whole home buying or home selling process? What would be like amazing? And they're going to tell you. They're going to script it out for you. Where I want to get in the conversation, where my close is, because a lot of these people don't know what they want. And because they don't know what they want, they don't think they need you right now. And so the sale with these folks is not servicing their need because they don't have a need yet. They don't think they need an agent. So talking about how amazing you are, you're applying for a job that has no openings. They're not looking to hire an agent right now because they don't know what they want. Now they're making a mistake, but let's just be honest with ourselves. That's what's going on. And so with with someone that doesn't think they need any help, they don't know what they want yet, the sale is they don't know what they don't know, and I need to help them know that. That's the sale. And I instantly become relevant to them. The way we like to do that, now this is market specific, so might not work in your market, but just understand the idea behind it. We just ask, do you happen to have a friend or a family member in the mortgage business? That's our close with top of funnel opportunities. We then go into this diatribe, long, dialogue of why this is the largest purchase of their life and why they owe it to themselves to speak with a lender. We'll use phrases like, in my professional opinion, you owe it to yourself to speak with a mortgage person. We use silly examples. If you don't know what your monthly payment that you're comfortable with can buy you, you're not going to be able to think about the other things that are also important, but not necessarily as important as being able to afford the house. Like a silly example we oftentimes use is knowing if your couch fits in the living room. Not a game changer, but boy, is that annoying. Put all that money down, you had the fresh paint, you put your couch in, it doesn't fit. Well, if you're stressed out about the financial aspect of things, you're not going to be able to really get a grasp on what you want. Furthermore, being house poor is horrible. You don't want to do it. And it's bad for my business because if I sell you more house than you can afford, you're going to tell everybody, don't hire Barry because he's going to sell you more house than you can afford. And so the whole idea here is to gain their trust, show why, if they are hoping to buy in the next 12 months, they owe it to themselves to speak with a mortgage person, and then go for the close. For us, the close is one of two options. I might be able to get a lender to speak with you for about 15 minutes. Over the phone, I might be able to connect three-way now. Do you have 15 minutes? And again, I know you're not ready to buy. This is more about getting information, knowing what your monthly payment buys you. So when you're window shopping, you get an idea of what you can afford. You'd be surprised how many people say yes to that because you're selling planning, preparation, wisdom. You're not selling a house at that moment. If they're not available right then and there, say, okay, great, no problem. When do you want me to ask my lender to reach out to you? Set the appointment. Don't have them call the lender unless they specifically say that's what they want. Don't offer that. Set the appointment for your lender. And if they say 5 o'clock, for example, say, okay, that's when you get off. Do you want to get dinner first? Like qualify, take the appointment away a little bit. Make sure they're going to be free. If you can get them to talk to the lender and they get an idea of what they can afford, just tell them, I'll check with you a couple days after to see how it went. I speak mortgageese. I can help translate the conversation. When you talk to them again, you just text them or call them and say, I just wanted 5 minutes, see how it went, get an idea of what they can afford. Say, okay, I know you're not ready to buy. Again, giving them a safe place to learn. They know you're not pushing them. And then say, I just want to send you properties that fit that budget so that you can be informed and educated to help you with this planning process. They're going to appreciate it. That's helpful. Then a few days later, I want you to text them, call them. John, this is Barry. I've been sending you properties. Did the photos load? Are they landing in your inbox? Just want to check. Yeah, Barry, they are. I appreciate that. Okay, perfect. While I've got you, in the next few weeks, again, I know you're not ready to buy yet. I want you to see what your money can buy you. And under the heading of, I know you're not going to buy a house tomorrow or anytime soon, I just want to show you one home. I want you to feel and walk what your money can buy you so that you can start to get inside your head what you really want. And again, I'm coming from a place of contribution. I want to help you. This is the largest purchase of your life, and I have found over my years of experience that this will be good for you. And they're going to appreciate it. And what you've done, you've taken a very stressful process. You've broken it down for them. You've made it easy for them. And because you're not you're taking it away and saying, I know you're not ready, you are giving them a safe place to learn something new. The part of the brain, not to get too nerdy, that makes decisions is different than the part of the brain when someone's afraid. So when you're in that fight or flight mode, it's really hard to reason because you're just governed by fight or flight. And because this is such a big purchase, many buyers are in that fight or flight mode. We need to get them relaxed. And agents that are able to do this, by the time you show them that home, we don't have to pressure them. They want the house. As I always say, this is America. They're ready, willing, and able. If they want to buy it, they're going to buy it, good or bad. That's how our society works. And so leveraging their own motivation of buying, you're going to find that they're going to speed up the process. We've seen this over and over. And so that's new or old, but both unconverted. With hot, warm, and cold, list number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what you want to do is kind of space out whatever what I just went over. Give them a safe place. Find out what their blockers are. Educate, educate, educate. Come from contribution. Don't call every week and say, did you find a home? Call every week and say, hey, I thought of you when I saw this article. Can I send it to you? Hey, there's some open houses this weekend. Let me go with you. I know you're not ready to buy, but I'll protect you from the bad realtors, and we'll just go check out maybe 2 or 3. But come from a place where you're always giving them something, not asking them for something. They're tired. They've been working all day. They help their kids with their homework. The last thing they want to do is get a call from you asking all these theoretical questions. So you've got to make it super easy for them. And if you'll do that, if you'll stay in that flow, in that mindset of coming from contribution, staying in a rhythm every week, spending Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at least 45 minutes to an hour most days inside your CRM, you're going to have an abundance of opportunity. And then what's going to happen is your work and follow-up boss is going to be a whole vein of your business. You're going to have your sphere, you're going to have your past clients, and when all 3 are working, that's what a top producer does. So make sure that you watch this a couple times and apply it, and I guarantee you with good results.